Show
with Jack Saunders.
Oh, I cannot tell you how good it is to be back already. And on a day like today as well, it's been such a beauty out there. And I get to soundtrack the late evening sun with the very best in brand new music on the planet, starting with Jamie XX. And it is my absolute pleasure, as always, to be taking you on that journey into the very best in brand new music. Welcome to Radio 1's New Music Show with me, Jack Saunders. And I mean, this is an understatement when I say this. Tonight's show may be the biggest show we have ever done out here. In our fledgling couple of months that we have been Radio 1's New Music Show, it doesn't come much bigger than what I have for you this evening. And I will enlighten you on exactly what is going down in just a moment. But first port of call is always to get you locked in with the show, checked in. What am I soundtracking tonight? Let me know. 03700 100 100 on WhatsApp, please. Fred again, Places to Be, alongside Anderson .Paak tonight on Radio 1's New Music Show. And that warm, crisp air that you feel around your body right now is going to get perfectly soundtracked tonight by me. We're in this little moment together. Tonight's a really, really big show, and I feel like me, you, and the presence of the music are absolutely meant to be. Radio 1's New Music Show doesn't get much bigger than what I'm delivering for you tonight. Billie Eilish will be on the show 7:30 p.m. tonight for a brand new feature called Songs That Saved Me. Billie picking the records that have shaped her career so far. And of course, we'll be talking about the brand new record. But before any of that, all roads point towards 6:30 p.m. tonight. And I've not been able to talk about who is hottest record tonight until this very moment right here, because it's a really, really super special one. Returning tonight as hottest record in the world is the late, great producer out of Glasgow, Scotland, SOPHIE. Now, to some of you, that will be a name who you are so familiar with. To others, it might be a name that you have never come across before. What you need to understand is just how utterly influential SOPHIE has been on the pop music, and actually maybe just the music in general that you consume today. And between now and 6:30, when we play this brand new piece of music, I'm going to enlighten you. I'm going to bring you up to speed on exactly why this is such a humongous moment. SOPHIE played such a part in pioneering the genre hyperpop, a genre that has been on everyone's lips after the release of Charlie XCX and Brat, arguably one of the albums of the year. But that album is not possible without SOPHIE, who is hottest record tonight with a brand new piece of music and was responsible for the creation of this behemoth of a hyperpop tune, Vroom Vroom. Tonight, a pioneer gets credited as hottest record, 6:30 p.m. The late, great SOPHIE returns with brand new music, Charlie XCX and Vroom Vroom. She was responsible for the production on that and is Radio 1's hottest records. And it's Jack Saunders hanging you out this evening, bringing you this exciting piece of brand new music from a true pioneer of the genre of hyperpop. SOPHIE works very closely with artists from a record label called PC Music. You might know a name called A.G. Cook, who works very closely with Charlie XCX on her work. And it was SOPHIE's avant-garde, fidgety approach to the world of pop music that would really change the complexion of the genre up until this very moment that we are in right here. A fizzing, sonic experience that stimulated the far corners of your mind. And SOPHIE made music that sounded like no one else, and I mean no one else. A total enigma, a pioneer of underground electronic music, released her debut album Oil of Every Pearl's Uninside in 2018, and sadly passed away in 2021 after an accident on holiday in 2021. Today is a day where we are reminded of the true power of music, where someone's soul is able to live on beyond their time on this planet. Music at its true power this evening as we get into another classic produced by SOPHIE.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right.
It comes from Vince Staples. This is Yeah Right on Radio 1's New Music Show.
Radio 1's New Music Show
with Jack Saunders.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right.
Boy, yeah.
Is your house big? Is your car nice? Is your girl fine? All night? Is you well paid? Are your shows packed? If your song played, well they know that. How to life, how to love life, how to work low. Is your buzz right? Do the trap jump? Is the club right? Got your hair right? Boy, you're right. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, 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 right. Boy, yeah. Pretty woman wanna. Pretty woman wanna be a rich man's. Pretty woman want a couple kids. Pretty woman want a new lips. Pretty woman wanna push your bins. Come correct and she won't let you in. Thumbing through the check, she gets it in. Diamonds on your neck is then pretend. Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Boy, yeah.
Got an enemy that changes deep, and in what direction you're facing. Got an enemy that tells you what block and what division you're placed in. You pretend to get a better idea about the lifestyle you're chasing. You pretend to make it real until every cell you place erased.
Pop till it's vacant, pop till her wrist pop, pop till he's shaking. Pop like 4 on the floor, been in rotation, no allegation. Popular demand, I understand my name, it's only for conversation. New York be like that, LA be like on the dead homies. I was off the porch like FedEx, 211 got bread on me. K-Dot twilight, the zeitgeist, roll like fried rice and pink purple shrimp. Temporary, nah, I don't remember them. Just canary yellow gym, jumping at the gym. Swing like New Dana Dane, I ride dirty. Paid like 2 Damon Wayans, retire early. Fade like shadow, a stallion and cattle. Decision for you is narrow, collision. The money, your fame, the pharaoh, the physic, the chemist, the lame. Collateral for Kendrick, whenever exchange. Compatible for riches, for more to gain. I said, yeah, right, I don't fair fight, but I bear fight. Looking for my next, for the headlight, hanging on my last folk. The highlight, my life, high five, bye bye.
Boy, yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah, right. 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 Boy, yeah.
Taken from the Big Fish Theory by Vince Staples. Yeah, right. Produced by Sophie, whose hottest record tonight out here on Radio 1's new music show, 6:30 p.m. for a posthumous release from Sophie tonight. Kim Petras featuring on that track as well at 6:30 p.m. And it's a really, really big moment, this. As we've been saying for the first 15 minutes, pop music wouldn't be pop music without an artist like Sophie. Whether it's Charlie XCX, Vince Staples, Kim Petras, who I've just spoken about, Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Nicki Minaj. These are the artists who really respected what Sophie did. She changed the view of music and how to approach it. Totally boundaryless. Nothing could ever hold Sophie back in her attempt to be totally unique and original. And tonight at 6:30 p.m, we deliver another piece of music from Sophie to continue that legacy. It's an important moment. 10 minutes time until we're doing it out here on BBC Radio 1. Hello to Matt and Miranda, locked in tonight. Welcome to the future of music. We've got Kieran in Chichester alongside us. Tom is here for the moment, as is Archie in Lincolnshire. Tommy Richmond, Devil is a Lie. Sophie gets hottest record in 10 minutes time out here on the show.
Brand new to your weekday afternoons.
It is Matt and Mol.
Bringing you a touch of class, highbrow entertainment and lunch recommendations.
Radio 1.
You can eat it so neatly with a knife and fork. I'm going there. It begins with Fudge and ends in Jesus.
I'm sorry, what? That's not what I would have split the word.
Matt and Molly.
Monday to Thursday afternoons.
Starts next week. Join us from 1 p.m.
Muscle, playing on Radio 1's new music show tonight. Those of you that were at the Eras tour in London over the weekend, you might have seen Meta supporting Taylor Swift out there. A phenomenal artist, and not just a musician, but a dancer, an actor. She really has every single string to her bow, but is truly channeling all the brilliance that she possesses as a human being creatively into the music right now. Muscle, just yet another in a string of exciting, exhilarating pop releases from Meta, and that's exactly where we're at tonight at 6:30 p.m. for Radio 1's hottest record. SOPHIE posthumously returns at 6:30 with a brand new piece of music as Radio 1's hottest record, Reason Why, featuring Kim Petras and BC Kingdom, dropping at 6:30. Kim and BC Kingdom will be hanging out to talk us through the moment as well. It's a huge moment, a special moment, especially for you pop music fans, because everything that you have from this day can be credited to SOPHIE. Whether that is Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Kim Petras, Nicki Minaj, Charlie XCX, and many, many others. SOPHIE's had her say. Featuring BC Kingdom and Kim Petras. Reason Why at 6:30 p.m. for you. And you know what? SOPHIE has played such an integral part in pop music, as we've been talking about for the first 25 minutes, but I just want to kind of give you a feeling about really where the passion to break the boundaries and for music for SOPHIE really came from, where the sounds all started, because it was so experimental. It would find itself more in a genre called nightcore, which essentially, a definition written down on paper, is like a kind of sped up version of a song, essentially. Very similar to those songs that you loved in their sped up versions on TikTok these days, right? They were really championed, and that trend was started by SOPHIE and the PC Music guys on that label, A.G. Cook, who produces with Charlie XCX right now. I just want to give you a little taste of where this all started, why people were so excited about SOPHIE in the very early beginning. This song I played on repeat in my headphones. SOPHIE and Lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade. Lemonade, lemonade. Lemonade, lemonade. Lemonade, lemonade. Lemonade, lemonade. Lemonade, lemonade. Lemonade, lemonade. Lemonade. I got something to tell you. Hope you'll understand. I never meant to hurt you. Wasn't in my plans. It's just that when I'm with you, everything's okay. I get that pissy feeling. Now I'm lemonade.
It truly is wild, isn't it? SOPHIE and Lemonade on Radio 1's new music show. There is no reason why that music should be playing on the radio, but it just feels so good to listen to. And that's why we do it out here at the end of the day. We do it for music that makes us feel something. SOPHIE stood for that more than anything. And we're dropping a brand new piece of music in 2.5 minutes time after Immaterial by SOPHIE.
Girl in the eyes of my inner child. I could be anything I want, and no matter where I go, you'll always be here in my heart, here in my heart, here in my heart. I don't even have to explain.
Alistair. Out to Maria, locked in loud tonight. Ali, welcome to the future. Sophie and Immaterial, taken from her debut album Oil of Every Pearl's Uninsides that came out in 2018. And tonight we get to posthumously celebrate her as a brand new piece of music drops out here. As the essential one, as the biggest of the lot, Sophie is hottest record on Radio 1.
Radio 1's hottest record.
Today is an incredibly important day, not just for you as a fan of pop music, of Sophie. It's an incredibly important day for her family as well. This is a moment that they've wanted to realise in order to be able to remember her brilliance. And I just want to say before we press play on this, thank you so much to them for trusting us to be able to do that before anywhere else in the world tonight as Radio 1's hottest record. This truly is such a special moment. Sophie's musical vision was a reminder to look up, embrace the beauty of the world, and think for yourself differently. And we are celebrating that right now on Radio 1 with Kim Petras and BC Kingdom featuring This Is Reason Why.
Radio 1's
hottest record.
Look, regardless of whether you count yourself as a super fan of Sophie or tonight is the first time you're ever experiencing the music, tell me, how does it make you feel? 03700 100 100.
Radio 1's
Hottest record.
That was hottest record tonight, Sophie and Reason Why, featuring Kim Petras and BC Kingdom. Kim, Chris and Logan, who are BC Kingdom, are hanging out right now. Make some noise in the studio, everybody! Guys, it's nice to see you, and this is a really, really important moment. First of all, can you talk us through, Chris, maybe, about Reason Why and how long this track has been around?
Well, the track has been around for about 5-6 years. It literally is like a party record from scratch.
It was a very magical session. It was one of the first times I've ever met Sophie, and I remember she came into the studio in a latex dress and like a zip up over it and like shredded tights and with this mono machine and kind of giving like mad scientist vibes. And we just kind of, the second we started working, just came up with a bunch of ideas. It's amazing because we met back with Sophie's brother and sister, Benny. Hi. And we listened to it after this long time, and I was like, Sophie was totally right. And I'm so happy we got to work together through Sophie. And the song just always reminds me of a really magical time. And I miss Sophie, you know.
Chris, why did music need someone like Sophie, do you think?
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Sophie, first of all, she pushes you. She reassures you. And, you know, it's not a surprise to me that we all ended up in this space right here, right, you know, where we are now, because this is actually what Sophie always wanted, which was a party with her friends. Mm-hmm. And nobody's doing it like Sophie. Nobody ever did it, will do it like Sophie, because nobody was throwing parties in the studios like Sophie, creating music from real, like an actual party.
From what Chris is saying there, Kim, it sounds like the studio atmosphere was incredible, like really, really palpable, like a place of safety in a way, where you could be who you wanted to be.
I felt like kind of my craziest ideas were kind of the ones that Sophie stopped and was like, that's it. And it was always kind of the stuff that I was, you know, scared of. And it was always the things that I was like, is this too crazy? Is anyone gonna understand this? And Sophie's just encouraging words to be kind of the most extreme version of myself. And it being such a friendly, like understanding, cute vibe. I mean, we just like kind of like immediately were girlies. You know, I've never met anyone like it, and I doubt I ever will. And Yeah, it's been very emotional. I just went to the Brat show in New York, and Charlie sang "So I," which is about Sophie, and I was bawling my eyes out, and I think everyone was like, "Who's this girl crying in the corner?" And just a person like that doesn't come around often, and the music is forever inspiring my music and how I make music, inspiring me to be braver, inspiring me to just let it all out and not think about what other people think.
I feel like Reason Why and, just Sophie's music in general, the vision that she bore is a reminder to look up and embrace the beauty of the world around you, and also to think differently and to think about yourself differently as well, and not follow a trend. It's about breaking boundaries. It's about being something different, and it sounds like Sophie was a real advocate for that.
Yeah, she was.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for bringing us.
Enjoy the music.
We're enjoying it so much. It sounds incredible. This is such a special occasion, and we thank you wholeheartedly for trusting us out here on Radio 1, all the listeners listening right now to hear it for the first time before anyone else. Kim, BC Kingdom, thank you so much for hanging out. And because it's hot, we're running it again. This is Sophie and Reason Why.
We love you, Sophie. BBC
Radio 1's
hottest record.
Sophie with Kim Petras and BC Kingdom. Reason Why is the hot one tonight out here on Radio 1's new music show.
Radio 1's
hottest record.
A posthumous release called Reason Why. And although Sophie cannot be with us anymore, that Technicolor soul of hers continues to live on so vibrantly in this music, and it's touching you, it's affecting you out there. Hello to Finley. Wow, Jack, words cannot describe how I'm feeling right now. I've been listening to Sophie for years, and this track specifically, just been listening to little recordings from live shows, leaks of the songs. I feel so full. Thank you, Radio 1. Thank you, Sophie's family, for all the work that has gone into this. Hello to Matt from Manchester. Jack, I'm actually crying my eyes out right now. Sophie was an incredible artist and an incredible person. Sophie forever. Absolutely, Matt. I preach that wholeheartedly, my friend. Hello to Jack in Glasgow. I've been waiting so long for Sophie to get the recognition she deserved. I've been a fan for years, feeling emotional at you talking about her on this show right now. Jack, the recognition for Sophie, I believe, has actually always been there. I really do. And regardless of whether it's inward or outward, Sophie never did it for the recognition. She never did it for the big moment, the awards, the hit singles, or anything like that. She did it because she loved it. And that is why we are in this position right now, talking about her in such glowing regard on Radio 1. Reason Why, Sophie, Kim Petras, BC Kingdom, hottest record tonight, and that was really, really special. I cannot thank the family of Sophie enough for trusting us to do that. Thank you.